Even the state of Mississippi, a state sweltering with the heat of injustice, sweltering with the heat of oppression, will be transformed into an oasis of freedom and justice. I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today. I have a dream that one day, down in Alabama, with its vicious racists, with its governor having his lips dripping with the words of interposition and nullification. One day right there in Alabama, little black boys and black girls will be able to join hands with little white boys and white girls as pride from every mountainside. Let freedom ring, and if America is to be a great nation, this must become true. And so let freedom ring from the prodigious hilltops of
When the stakes are high, the debates get hotter. When the issues demand clarity, we bring the fire. Welcome to Crossfire. Crossfire, where politics meets perspective, where issues are dissected, and where no topic is off limits. From the corridors of power to the pulse of the streets, we break down the politics, the controversies, and the decisions that shape our nation. Join Dr. Tony Olisa Mbeki as he puts guests on the hot seat, drilling them with the tough questions, demanding the hard truths, and leaving no room for half measures. Get ready for fearless conversations and uncompromising analysis. Crossfire, exclusive on Udala 104.7 FM Onitsha, every Saturday from 9 a.m.
A very lovely morning to you and welcome to Crossfire on Udala 104.7 FM this very lovely Saturday morning. Today being the 30th day in the month of August in the year 2025. Wherever you are listening to us from, whatever you may be doing, it's always a pleasure to welcome you on Crossfire on Udala 104.7 FM. Remember, on this very platform we speak the truth, we uphold the truth, and we preserve the truth. We call a spade, and we can never call a spade by any other name. That's no reason we say North Dissera Veritas, North Dissera Iodism Veritas, and North Dissera Vivica Cabit Veritas, North Dissera Dingolum, and North Dissera Contra Dingonum. Wherever you are listening to us from, it's always a pleasure, and it's about time we begin the real issues. And we have got so many to discuss this very morning. It's 8 minutes and the hour of 9 here in Nigeria. It's also 8 minutes and the hour of 8 a.m. in Ghana. It's also 8 minutes and the hour of 9 a.m. in London, and it's also 8 minutes than the hour of 5 a.m. in Brazil, and 8 minutes than the hour of 4 p.m. in China, 8 minutes than the hour of 5 p.m. in Tokyo, Japan. We've got many of our friends who are listening to us from different parts of the world. We appreciate you, and we hold this dear to our heart, knowing fully well that you really do join us. I know about those in New York. It's about 9 minutes than the hour of 4 a.m. in New York. And for those of you who are in India, we have friends, we have brothers who are in India. It's 39 minutes than the hour of 1 p.m. rather. 39 minutes than the hour of 1 p.m. in Delhi, India. And our brothers in South Africa, it's 9 minutes than the hour of 10 a.m. in Johannesburg and some parts of South Africa. For our brothers who are in Amsterdam, those in Amsterdam, 9 minutes than the hour of 10 a.m. in Amsterdam, Netherlands. For those who are watching from Washington, D.C., the District of Columbia, Washington, is about 10 minutes than the hour of 4 a.m. Wherever you are listening to us from, not forgetting Rome. At the same time, 10 minutes than the hour of 10 a.m. in Rome, Italy. You're welcome wherever you are listening to us from. My name is Dr. Tony Olisa Mbeki, the Honorable Speaker. You are all welcome. Let's quickly serve you the political roundup stories. There are so many things happening in the polity, and I bet you may want to know, but just also be informed that by 10 we'll be having the Chairman House Committee on Information, Anambra State, Chief Ejike Okechukwu. We're going to talk more about the whole drama happening at the Anambra State House of Assembly. And we're also going to talk about the apprenticeship bill, which has been passed by the Assembly. He made me to understand that the governor has not assented to the bill, and he was the sponsor of that very bill. So we're going to ask more questions about certain things in that very bill, things contained. You know, what people who come up or who bring apprentice, what they should know about that very bill. But it's not going to take much of a time, and we are likely going to have the first guest, but we are trying to see how we manage quite a lot of things. But I know many of you would want to know more about the drama happening at the Anambra State House of Assembly, castrated by the member representing Ayamelum State Constituency, Honorable Bernard Utemezo. He's going to tell us more about that, and then we would also appreciate the fact that he will be here with us live, and he will be able to entertain your questions. But let's quickly get you the political roundup stories. Let's quickly serve you these political roundup stories. The Minister of Education, Dr. Tunji Alausa, has made a U-turn regarding his earlier remarks on the federal government's agreement with the Academic Staff Union of Universities, admitting the existence of the deal in 2009. Speaking with reporters in Abuja on Friday, the minister had insisted that no agreement existed between the government and ASU, adding that the union was merely parading a draft, a claim rejected by ASU. Okay, we also have another story. Former Zamfara Central Senator Kabiru Garuba Marafa and his supporters have announced their resignations from the All Progressives Congress, APC. Marafa, who represented Zamfara Central in the Senate from 2011 down to 2019, disclosed the decision alongside his supporters in a communique issued after a two-day meeting in Kaduna. The Lagos State chapter of the All Progressives Congress says former President Goodluck Jonathan cannot defeat President Bola Tinubu in the next election. Speaking, the party spokesman, Mr. Sheyi Oladejo, in a statement on Friday, noted that the former president's political relevance to unseat President Bola Tinubu remained in doubt. And the federal government says no fewer than 396,000 students have benefited from the Nigerian Education Loan Fund, NELFund, tuition loans under President Bola Tinubu's administration. This was disclosed in Lokoja at a town hall meeting to highlight the significant achievements of President Bola Tinubu's administration in the past 2 years, with particular reference to Kogi. We also have the Bishop Francis Okobo, the first Nsukka Catholic bishop, died at the age of 89 in Enugu. This is contained in a statement issued on Friday in Nsukka by Reverend Father Greg Namani, the Vicar General of Nsukka Catholic Diocese. Namani said that the Bishop Emeritus died on Friday in an Enugu hospital after a brief illness. I have the privilege of meeting Bishop Emeritus Francis Okobo during my time in the university. Some Nigerian professors have demanded that their salaries be raised to a minimum of 2.5 million naira per month, insisting that anything less was no longer tenable. On Tuesday, protests rocked several campuses as members of the Academic Staff Union of Universities decried the federal government failure to implement the renegotiated 2009 federal government ASO agreement. So what's your take on that? 2.5 million, that's what the professors under ASO, that's what they're demanding. And then I don't know if that would also be tenable. They say that anything less than that is not tenable, and if that becomes the case, is it also tenable? You have that answer to give me. We also have the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency has arrested 1,315 suspected drug peddlers in the past 7 months as part of its intensified nationwide crackdown on illicit substances. During the same period, the agency seized a total of 1,387,254.27 kilograms of drugs and destroyed 43 cannabis farms covering more than 320 hectares across the country. Those are your political roundup stories, and we now go straight to the business of the day. Remember, you can be part of this very program. Please go straight to our Facebook, go to our YouTube. These are the handles, social media handles. You can make your comments, and we'll be delighted to read your comment from our social media handles. Just go straight to YouTube, type Udala Radio, and you can also do that by going straight to Facebook and type Udala Radio and just like the page. You don't just like the page, please share the program so that others can be part of this. They can benefit from whatever we are discussing here, and that's another way of expressing love to someone who may not know about the program taking place at that very time. Please, you go straight to the social media handles, like the page. You can also share. You can also follow me as well, Tony Olisa Mbeki, Honorable Speaker Tony Olisa Mbeki. Remember, today is the local council election in Rivers State, and that local council election is conducted by the sole administrator. And then in that very election, we've seen APC and PDP coming together to field just single candidates. And I can tell you that candidates of PDP remain candidates of APC in that election, and candidates of APC remain candidates of PDP in that election. And then the factional chairman of APC, Tony Okocha, seems to be the one pretending over the affairs. And then if you like it, if you hate it, the election is holding today, the 30th day in the month of August in the year 2025, right there in Rivers State, where it's expected that the entire council, they are going to elect their councillors and also elect their council chairman. Being conducted by the sole administrator, there are many litigations before the courts. So many people are questioning the rationality, the constitutionality of the sole administrator conducting a local government elections in Rivers State. Under what law? Under which of our laws that provide for such? Many people are asking a lot of questions. Many have run to court saying that that election cannot hold. But we have seen police have declared their readiness. The security agencies have declared their readiness. Even INEC has long also released the voter registered for the conduct of that elections. We've seen the preparations. We've seen the way many actors to these elections are putting things together, even with the certain injunctions gotten from the court. It seems that no one is looking at anything court at this point. But what matters more is the election being conducted today in Rivers State. That quite a number of people, even the lawyer Williams Bayomi Stanley, filed an ex parte motion seeking to stop the election, but the Rivers State High Court, presided over by Justice Stephen Jumbo, dismissed the motion as lacking merit. However, the court granted substituted service to the defendants and adjourned the substantive hearing to September 10, 2025. That will be when the election must have come and gone. Somebody has gone to court to stop the election, and you've got the court saying no, you cannot stop that election that way, but rather you have to serve the defendants to shoot cause why the election will be stopped, the election that we'll be holding today, and you ask the person to come back on September 10, 2025. By the time election must have come and gone. Okay, what's the essence of the suit then? And also, I'm aware that a civil society group, Initiative for Transparent Strategy and Good Leadership, led by lawyer Shizi Enyi, they filed a suit naming the sole administrator, retired Vice Admiral Ebok Ete Ibas, the Rivers State government, the State Attorney General, and RISEC as defendants. But then we also have a faction of the All Progressives Congress aligned with Emeka Beke lodged a suit challenging RISEC, that is Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission's recognition of rival candidates, again that only their factions nominees are legitimate. But then remember, RISEC has recognized Tony Okocha faction. Tony Okocha is a bosom friend to the Minister of FCT, Nyesom Wike, and we also have a federal high court that is pending their own case, but they have scheduled the hearing for September 3. You know, the whole thing has to do with the legality of conducting the election under the current emergency rule arrangement. But then the court says we're gonna hear your case on September 3, and that will be when the election must have come and gone. Remember why several lawsuits are on the way. None has succeeded in halting today's election. In fact, the High Court dismissed the attempt by Williams, Abayomi Stanley, and hearing for the other challenges have been scheduled after the election. And people are saying, why our courts are not holding firms? Why are they adjourning everything after the election? And remember, the Supreme Court earlier notified the October 2024 local government elections conducted by Fubara, which partly explains why today's election conducted under emergency rule is so heavily contested in courts. Quite a lot going on in River State. And possibly we're going to say one more thing about the River State local government election, and then that will do it for that, unless you want to make comments about it or your statement about it. But police and other security agencies that have deployed their troops and those who will be doing or serving or working or doing one thing or the other for this election, so those who will be on election duty. We are told that 17 political parties will be participating for this election. I think 17 parties have submitted candidate list for the chairmanship and councillorship positions across the state, and that is also well confirmed. 17 political parties, they are fielding candidates in today's election going on in River State. But there are so many litigations, many court cases that wanted to halt today's election, but the judges or the courts smartly waved them aside to allow this election to hold. So we are going to also monitor the election, no matter how you feel about it. But then we'll see how this election will pan out in the 23 local government areas of River State. So we'll see how that will be. But before now, and in the absence of other things, we're going to just open the phone lines for you to make your submissions on some of the issues we have raised. Why we do that? Remember, we'll be having a guest by 10 this very morning, Honorable AJK Okechukwu. He is the chairman, the House Committee on Information. He'll be speaking to us on quite a number of things, but we'll be having a submission on the issues we have raised here so far and get their thoughts as the case may be. Remember, this is Crossfire on Udala 104.7 FM. You can call the phone lines at 0803 221 6973 or 0803 827 6694. These are the two lines you have to call to be part of this very program. 0803 221 6973 or 0803 827 6694. These are the two lines for you to call, for you to make a submission on the floor of this very, very program. Good morning, you're welcome. It's good to have you.
Good morning.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Tony Olisa Mbeki, you're welcome. Good morning.
It's good to have you. What's the name and where are you calling from?
Okay, my name is Ikechukwu, calling from Onitsha.
You're welcome.
Precisely.
You're welcome, Ikechukwu. You're welcome.
You.
You're welcome.
Really, I don't know what Nigeria is turning to be. How can a soldier be in charge of the conducting election in a state? Is it legal? And our judges, I don't know.
We've talked about that, but just you asked, is it legal? These cases are in courts, so we may not speak about them now because these are matters before a court of competent jurisdiction. For there are many lawsuits, so we won't speak about it now. They are in court already.
Okay, then secondly, I thought Honorable this Samara Melon is coming to the studio to address us on issues about what happened in the State of Assembly.
Yes. That will be from 10. From 10 a.m.
Well, we're expected to see him, to hear from him, from his part of the story, to know what is going on there.
Definitely. You have to tell everybody. And then if those of you that would have questions, you have to bring them on. And you can also go to our social media and drop your question before time. So we'll have...
Okay, let's wait if he's coming around too, because we need to ask him some questions.
Definitely, he's on his way. He will be here by 10. And once he's here, we'll begin the next round. We are supposed to have the first guest, but I think something happened. But we are going forward. Good morning. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good morning. You're welcome. It's good to have you.
Good morning, my speaker, Olisa Mbeki.
You're welcome.
And this is the voice of Honorable Ignatius Okoye from Great Kingdom.
You're welcome.
My speaker, you see abnormality happening in Nigeria. Doing things not according to the rule of law. Judiciary and this present government are not a democratic. They are not in democracy. They are not playing the rule as it's supposed to be. I'm angry. I'm not happy. The same court annulled the election conducted by a elected governor, Udala. Now, that court is right to uphold the election elected by administrator that's not in the Nigerian constitution, in the civil rule. You see, I don't know what we are doing here. Let us watch and see whether this election will stand in future. And if we stand in future, you know that this government is that there's no hope. Tinubu fought the military when he was an EDECO member, and they pursued him. He ran away. Now he's back, and he's doing the same thing that military did. The military did all these things. He's doing the same thing. Call himself a Democrat. I don't believe he's a Democrat. Thank you, my speaker.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Good morning. You are welcome. It's good to have you. Try and call back. We lost that very, very call. Please try and call back. Keep it short. Good morning. You're welcome. It's good to have you.
Hello, good morning, my speaker.
You're welcome.
Yeah, my name is Josh. Calling from Asaba.
You're welcome.
Yeah, my speaker, I thought that there was a time the INEC chairman said that they are not going to entertain the local government election at River State.
INEC is not the one conducting it. It's River State Independent Electoral Commissions. What INEC did was to hand over voter registers to River State Independent Electoral Commission for the conduct of the election. INEC is not the one conducting it.
Good. So if that may be the case, that means that we have no law that's guiding us in the country, because if the law is saying another thing and the people that are supposed to interpret the law to us, you know that you don't understand that politics are taken over the day in Nigeria politics, in Nigeria laws and every other thing. Because if the judge, they can't give us the reason, okay, you are giving a separate date after the election has been taking place, so they now have a lot of litigation in the court that just why the people will be continuing receiving money. Why can't they entertain the case before the election day? So it's a very, very sad situation that we find ourselves in this country, that things are not moving from the top to the bottom. Because what am I saying is that I hope that they say that the judiciary is the common hope of a common man, is only hope of a common man. But what we are saying now is not that way. That means that our democracy is faulty. Our democracy is 100% faulty, because if the people that we expect to interpret the law is running away from the law because they are messed up themselves with the politician of the land. That means that we have a bigger problem in our hands. That is even bigger than us, the citizens. Because I don't, somebody like me can't come out now to implement the law. Why I'm not a lawyer. Why a lawyer is judging for the work that he's supposed to do? Because they are mixed up themselves with the politician and doing whatever thing that they are doing. It's very, very sad, because a single man can't owe his state into ransom because he having the favor of the president. Let me assume that Wike is not the minister, and he's not doing what he's doing with Tinubu, will all these things will happening? That at the time in a country that we have a 1.2 party, 2.2 party, putting one candidate. If you remember, if you always remember everything that is going on, mostly in the River State, in this Tinubu tenor, because it's a very, very shameful and sad situation that I will be seeing this kind of thing in our country, and nobody is saying anything. Even the people that will talk, that will be in position to talk, nobody is saying anything. Why a single man will be so powerful that every citizen of the country, because in the name of president, it's very, very sad. Let the people, the corridor pass to help us. But mostly the Senate and House of Fed. We need to amend our laws.
All right.
You know, like this.
All right.
Situation that find you call it a Nigerian president.
All right. All right. Thank you so much. Good morning. You are welcome. It's good to have you. I guess it is something I know you are not feeling happy about it, but there is nothing you can do. Good morning. You're welcome. It's good to have you.
Good morning, Mr. Speaker.
Good morning.
Kingsley.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you so much. What is playing out in River State is a clear testimony to the fact that if the judiciary is dead, the country is dead, as far as I'm concerned. I've come to realize that among the three arms of government, the executive, the legislature, and the judiciary, I've come to realize that the judiciary is the most important. In as much as we understand the fact that these three arms of government can always call each other to order, but I believe that the judiciary has more power, or is the most powerful when it has to calling, checkmating the excesses of other arms of government. See, we say that the judiciary is the hope of the common man. This thing does not exist in this country. I am telling you, it's almost the case that the judiciary is the hope of the politicians alone. How can few individuals hold this country to ransom, and yet the judiciary is keeping quiet, playing to the gallery, dancing to the tune of their paymasters? If the judiciary is dead, the country is gone. For some of us who believe that the country is almost irredeemably damaged, I think that if nothing is done and it continues like this, I fear for this generation, not even the new generation. Look at almost all the sectors that the politicians are holding sway. Nothing absolutely is working. So is this how we are going to continue? The president himself, who is self-acclaimed Democrat, what is playing out in River State, of which he is at the epicenter of everything because of his own selfish interest, what has it been able to do for the people of River State? What has it been able to benefit the people of River State? The Constitution does not recognize the place of a sole administrator whatsoever. The lawyers know all these things.
But don't you think it's a matter before the court? Because there are many challenges.
Of course, it's a subsidy, so we understand that fact. It's a matter before the court. But as long as I'm concerned, if I'm to make a statement concerning that he's dead on arrival, just like you pointed out, how can you fix a date for hearing when the substantive matter in question would have come and gone? Of what relevance will it be? It's of no relevance as far as I'm concerned. So it's almost the case that...
Don't you think that if probably that is also linked to that there could be cancellation, the judiciary can also void the outcome of the election? Don't you think so?
Of course, the judiciary has the power. That was why I started by saying that the judiciary is the most potent when it has to do with check and balances. So, but since it is a matter before the court, let's wait and see what happened. But as far as I'm concerned, it is dead on arrival. It cannot yield any meaningful impact. But let us watch and see. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much for your contribution this morning. Remember, the lecturers, professors are demanding 2.5 million monthly. Good morning, you're welcome. It's good to have you. Let's quickly go straight to the phone lines. Good morning.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Good morning to you.
You're welcome. It's good to have you.
Thank you. This is Honorable Monday Johnson, and I'm calling in this morning from Onitsha.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I want to ask a question.
Please go on.
The law we have in this country, most times some provisions of the law, we can read them and have, primary understanding of those provisions. I want to ask, these provisions we can read and have understanding of them, are they different when it goes to those who look into it, interpret it? Do they see different spellings from what we see in these provisions? Why I ask this question is this. It is very clear, very, very clear, that the law did not support democratically elected leader in the state to conduct any election in that very state, specifically mentioning the local government election. And we have seen so many, legal luminaries coming out to cite it very clear that is unconstitutional. Now the matter is dragged to court because we are talking, we don't make, specific statements on these things because the matter is already in the court. But what exactly is too difficult for the court to sit and look into these provisions and deliver their judgment than what we are hearing that the matter has been deferred, and after the conduct of the election, the court will come back and rule. Mr. Speaker, I still want to ask, is the meaning of the Constitution we see, some of the things we see in the Constitution, the meaning, are they different from what judiciary are saying in these provisions? Please, I want to know, because all of us are Nigerians. I don't need to be a lawyer, okay, before knowing the Constitution of my country. The Constitution is not written for only lawyers. It is written for all of us. So I can personally, if I'm advanced enough, I can go to court and tell the court I don't need a lawyer, I can defend myself. It is doable. It's obtainable. I can stand there and defend myself if I have the knowledge of the law, even though I'm not a lawyer. So please, some of these things we say is the matter is in court, even when we have seen certain provisions in the law. That is very clear. And you see them, they went ahead to make caricature of some of the things we say. I want to ask for the often time. Is the law different? The law we have, we see, is it different from the one or the way the lawyers are saying it? Good morning.
All right, thank you so much, Honorable Monday Johnson. You asked a rhetorical question, and that your question, of course, is also something I believe you should know. Good morning, you're welcome. It's good to have you.
Good morning.
You're welcome.
It's Sunday calling from Ecuador.
Sunday calling from Ecuador. You're welcome.
My only thing I just want to submit is that is Nigeria leaders for you. Other nations, they are leaders are taking decisions against the next generation. But Nigeria leaders, they are just deciding about the next election. What is happening in the River State is just about 2027. It's clear. No matter how you do it, any court you go, these boys you see them we elect to them and machinery of this 27th election in River State. It's clear to everybody. They are going another way. But to me, I know whoever they elect to them is the boys they are going to see on ground and about 27th election. That's why the president is so interested, even more than wicked. So, judiciary or not judiciary, whatever that we come out of it, we pray that judiciary will stand firm during Obasanjo regime. But today, all the whole judiciary have, I think they are dancing in the of the executive. They are not resisting anything from the executive. But I thought they will stand firm. can cancel it. But if they fail to do so, I see this election as to elect those points they will use in 2020 election in Rivers State. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. I remember we copied our democracy from United States of America, but I can tell you there have been some landmark judgments that US Supreme Court delivered that stopped executive rascality. Remember, in United States of America, I have said it many times here, they have 9 Supreme Court justices. So what that means that out of 9, 1 is the Chief Justice. So they have about 8 associate justices. And remember, the appointment, of course, they are appointed based on recommendation by the President and confirmed by the Senate, but they are going to be there for lifetime. They are going to be there for lifetime. They can only be removed by resignation, impeachment, or death. So either the US Congress impeach them, or the person resigns, or the person dies while serving. So they will be there as far as they are living. I don't know if we are to copy some kind of thing. It's a way of giving them that kind of, independency. Yes, because if somebody will retire, you know what people do when they know they will be retiring? They try to hurry up a lot of things and ensure that their privileges are still kept for them. I remember during the what we call Watergate scandal. Many of us may not have been born by then. That was in 1974. President Nixon refused to hand over tape recordings, claiming executive privileges. But I know that the Supreme Court unanimously ordered President Nixon to release the tapes. And then they made it known that there is nothing like executive privilege. If there is such, it is not absolute, especially in criminal investigation. Also remember their case even in 1998. That was when President Bill Clinton used the Line Item Veto Act to cancel certain spendings. But I know how the court struck it down. And I can tell you about quite a number of rulings. Even in 2008, there was a time detainees at Guantanamo Bay sought the right to challenge their detention. And the court said they had the constitutional right of habeas corpus in U.S. courts. That had been denied by the administration at that time, the Bush administration. You know, the detainees in Guantanamo Bay, they are seen as terrorists. But the Supreme Court ruled that they have constitutional rights of habeas corpus to challenge their right. And there are so many of these. Issues and on and on. So let's take one more call, and we bring in our guest. Our guest is already here, and we'll begin as usual. Let's take this call. Good morning. You're welcome. It's good to have you.
Honorable Badmos, I'm calling from Newu.
You're welcome. Please go on.
Good. Sentiment apart. What is to be conducted, what they are about to conduct in Rivers State is local government election. What we have in Rivers State is state of emergency. And if I may ask all these people that are within all these sentiments, who conducted the 1999 election that brought in Obasanjo and all these governors there? That's what we are celebrating now is democracy. Is it not Abdul Salam Abubakar? Was he Democrat then? When Abacha brought in governors then, wasn't him a military administrator? As long as I'm concerned, if they go to court, this matter will be struck out. It won't make any way. Do you understand? There is a state of emergency, and the people are trying to conduct local government elections. So what is the big deal there? You can interpret it the way you wish, but what I'm telling you is this: the law that makes Abdul Salam Abubakar to conduct election in this country have not changed. The 1999 constitution is still what we are using. So having a military administrator trying to conduct the local government election, I don't see anything bad about it, since a military man can conduct a presidential election. So let's stop all these sentiments.
when Nigeria happens to you, don't start making noise, because last, Nigeria will happen to all of us. It will happen to all of us, whether you like it or not. So let's keep on pretending and doing what is wrong. But one day, Nigeria will happen to you. It is happening in Rivers State, and it happened in Anambra State. It has happened in many places, and it will one day happen to every one of us in this country. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Honorable Badmos. You feel otherwise, there's no doubt. But at this point, we have to introduce our guest who is here with us in the studio. Remember, we have announced earlier on about his coming. We are going to talk about so many things. Just like I said earlier on, we're going to talk about the drama at the State House of Assembly, and at the same time, the apprenticeship bill that has been passed into law. Just do not go anywhere. We'll be right back. So we are welcome back, and then we hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. You're welcome. It's good to have you. Good morning. All right, let's go back to the phone lines. Remember, We have our guest seated in the studio already. We have in the studio with us Honorable AGK Okechukwu, the Chairman House Committee on Information, and he's here to tell us quite a lot. We announced this earlier on, and so let's quickly, take on with certain information we'll extract from him. And I believe he's just joining us all the way from Orca. He just drove down to Orca this very morning to let us know different things happening, different accusations, counter accusations, and then the apprenticeship bill. These are more things we are going to expect from Honorable AGK Okechukwu, well known as Ogbuefin Okefi. He is the member representing Aniocha 2 State Constituency in Anambra State House of Assembly, and also the Chairman House Committee on Information. You're welcome. It's good to have you, Honorable AGK Okechukwu.
Thank you very much. Good morning, and good morning to the listeners. Thank you.
You're welcome. We have been seeing quite number of releases coming from your press release, and then we've counted 1, we've counted 2, and we've seen you talking on different media channel, and we have also seen the drama rocking the Anambra State House of Assembly. And some people may think that the House of Assembly has been turned into a Nollywood scene, or possibly somebody who is a member decided to be a content curator. I don't know if the house itself is also making some content, or the house is also a content creation by making. We would want to know all these things. Let's begin by asking you what is going on at the Anambra State House of Assembly, the 8th Assembly. And we know that the 8th Assembly, I'm quite aware that they have passed quite a number of bills, the Homeland Security Law, and so many things that have come up with. And there are times to be able to kind of commend their works, but it seems that we may not have known so many until the member representing Ayamelum State Constituency comes out to tell us quite a lot. He alleged quite a lot. Even before you go on to let us know what is going on at the State House of Assembly, we can best tell you that he alleged that many of you takes about 10 million naira every 3 months, that we have to question what that money is used for. You call it social intervention programs or constituency projects programs, whatever name it comes by. What do you people use the money for? Is it appropriated? And he has also said that for him to move a motion, he has to be prohibited to the point that the motion becomes commendation. And what's the essence of coming when a motion for commendation, or when he is soliciting for a motion to attend to the plight of his people, it ends up being motion for commending the governor. Let me ask, what is really going on at the house? And then we know very well you people have suspended him. Let's have your take from the horse's mouth, the spokesperson of the house.
Thank you very much. What's going on in the house is nothing than the constitutional provisions of the house for the states houses of assembly to perform their functions as a body and a different arm of government. You see, the State House of Assembly is saddled with 3 major responsibilities. One is the responsibility of lawmaking, making laws that will be for the good and the betterment of the people. The second one is representation, to represent a set of people. We call it a constituency. And finally, to oversight. That power is derived from section 128 and 129 sub ABCD of the 1999 Constitution, where the power is vested on the State Houses of Assembly to oversight the activities of the other arms of government. So these are what are actually going on in Anambra State House of Assembly.
You just told us the constitutional duties of the State House of Assembly. We know the constitutional duties. There's no doubt. We can read that very part of the Constitution very well. We do even read them from time to time. We are concerned about the latest development going on at the house. I have just read out different allegations made by one Udemezue Bernard, representing Ayamelum State Constituency. And we also learned that the State House of Assembly has suspended him for 3 months, initial period of 3 months. And we are curious to know, what offense has he committed? From the release you issued, you said he has been engaging in an unparliamentary activities. And one would also want to know those unparliamentary activities and if they do qualify for him to be suspended in the first instance.
Okay, thank you very much. If it is about my friend and my colleague, Honorable Bernard Udemezue. Yes, first of all, the entire thing started via a post made by one, I think somebody Okafor. I think that person is his constituent.
Okay.
So, and the thing just started to snowball into something else.
All right.
I think that Honorable Bernard Udemezue is acting or has been acting under some certain provocations from his constituents.
Okay.
I don't know how much he has performed and how much he has done for his people, but I must tell you that these things are just from frustration.
From frustration.
That emanated from his constituency.
Okay.
The guy in question, that Okafor of a guy that initially posted this on his timeline, calling out Honorable Udemezue maybe to come and give the stewardship of his stewardship to his constituency. He didn't manage it well, and from there he started attacking everybody. He brought the issue into our official platform of the State House of Assembly.
Okay.
And he started calling all the members' names, saying a whole lot of things, and there and then, okay, let me just give you a typical example. At a time, he wrote, "I know who killed Justice." And after some time, he deleted it. But some of us had captured it. And for him to go haywire in that way, I don't know. I called on the speaker and asked him to institute and asked Mr. Speaker to make sure that he instituted or rather he called for what they call it a escort session. As soon as I said that, he attacked me too. Anybody that said something in that platform, he attacks the person. And we thought it ends there. The next thing is that, boom, on his social media, he started going live after live, leveling lots of accusations on not just members of the State Assembly, even to the governor, even to the latest one is the Igwe and even Igwe formers. They were all not left out. And at a time, it became disturbing because the integrity of the House was almost battered by just one person. Remember that in this House, we have 30 members. Unfortunately, we lost one of us, Honorable Justice Azoka. We lost him. Not only that, 29 others remained. And in that 29, I know that the Labour Party still has about 7 members. YPP has 3 members. And PDP still has about 2 members. And none of these oppositions, none of them had supported him in all this. So is he the only person that is wise in that House of Assembly? Is he the only intelligent person in that House of Assembly? He is not. Nobody knows what has come over him. In fact, so he is acting like somebody that is under an influence of some strong substance. We don't know. So, but me that has taken times, decades to build this reputation that I enjoy now, I wouldn't want it smeared or dragged into the mud by somebody that said that he graduated in 2017. So, and I don't, it's not right. And based on that, the House has 2 major documents guiding the activities of the House. Number 1 is the 1999 Constitution as amended, where we have powers, Section 107, Section 103, Section 128, 129, and other sections of the Constitution that stipulates what the Houses of Assembly should be doing, how we will regulate ourselves, how we will make our own laws guiding us. And based on that, we have our own law rules guiding the activities of not just members of the House of Assembly. We call it the standard order, the standing order of the House. And in this standing order, there are well spelled out procedures through which House does their things. Take, for instance, Section 10 of that order talks about quorum. if you go further down, there are sections that talks about orderliness, sections that talks about bills, other rules of debate, and all what's not, even the actions, the character that is expected to be exhibited by honorable members. Even the punishments were all stipulated in this house rule. And these are the first documents to be given to you as a house member. When I joined the house in 1999, that was the first document given to me. And as somebody that wants to work for your people, you are expected to go and read this book from cover to cover to know the do's and don'ts. And that's why most of the time somebody can bring up a motion on the floor of the house without going through the rules that is expected of him. Such motions can be brought down by members, not even by speaker this time around, because rules were not followed. Members will just call for a point of order. And once the order is mentioned and the speaker reads through the order and sees that what the member is calling for is right, such a motion or a bill will be killed instantly. These are the nature of the activities of the House of Assembly, especially of Anambra State.
I also want to ask you if there was a kind of training or retreat for the House members, because once many of them they are new, they will be given some training on the legislative procedures of the House. Was that done?
One thing is that I am a professional teacher. I don't know if you know that aspect of me.
No, I don't know.
Good. I am a teacher professional, and I have taught before now in both primary and secondary schools. So, and I know the importance of capacity building. Now, if you had watched the videos, one of the videos posted by my colleague, Honorable Udemezu, there was one he mentioned about the training we had at Enugu. He also mentioned about the training we had, joint training with the executive arm of government at Golden Trip, Agolo. And the second one we had this year, early this year, at the Golden Trip, only the House members at the Golden Trip. In all these trainings, the House rules are being talked about, various sections, various clauses in the rules are being talked about. And the resource persons are brought in, the people that are well informed in the activities of legislation are brought in to guide us. And that training, that knowledge, that education has to be both horizontal and vertical. And that's why in the House of Assembly we have ranking members and the new members. The new members tend to learn from ranking members. And that's why, since we don't have many ranking members in this house, the Speaker in his wisdom gave each and every one of us, the ranking members, nothing less than 16 committees to be a member of, so that we'll be guiding the new members in those committees.
So from the answer that was done, now I will ask a few questions, because I know many people who are listening to us have got so many questions to ask. We are now looking at the messenger and the message. Probably one would say the messenger may not have acted rightly, but now let's look at the message. In that one of the training sections at the Golden Tulip here, he said that the governor was there, and the governor said that nobody will impeach him, and the fact that the House cannot even impeach him, that if you do not belong to, according to his allegation, if you do not belong to his own party, what it means that you will be more like discarded. You won't be invited to the table during eating. That is one. And then he also,
no one, let me go to the first one, because
because of time.
Not just time. I don't have pen and paper to be putting down all these things.
Okay.
Let's be going it one after
another. So you were in that
very
training?
You've just asked a question.
Okay.
One, he raised a serious accusation. That Mr. Governor said that we can't impeach him.
Okay.
Number two, that if you don't belong to APGA, that you won't do what?
If you will be not be invited to the table. You'll be discarded.
Good. Let me deal with the second one first.
Okay.
Just before last Thursday, when Mimi Azikiwe was officially sworn in as a member of the State House of Assembly, and before the ill-fated abduction and the kidnap of Honorable Azoka, the whole 4 constituencies of Onitsha are being represented by members of the Labour Party. And if you look at the infrastructural development in Anambra State, Onitsha as a town has its fair share. The whole of Fege has been tarred, the Abaka Road tarred, and the whole lots of others. And these roads were tarred in a community that 4 representatives, none from Apuga. How did they get it? Simple question. You see, ndị Igbo si onye a na-akụziri nkụzi nke okwukwe nye atụfu n'uche. There are things you become respected or regarded as somebody when you are able to decipher, be able to stifle information and differentiate the truth and the lies being said. That's now my Honorable Bernard contradicted himself in so many ways in those videos. In so many ways. And they are all there. So now, if you are telling me that the governor said that if you don't belong to Apuga, that you won't do this, you won't do that, you won't be given it, you won't be given that, honestly, it is a lie. Probably, I can remember that there was a viral video during the campaign when governor made such a statement. That was political statement. And immediately after the election and the house was inaugurated, all of us became one. Somebody will ask, why now, after 2 years and 2 months?
All right.
Honorable Bernard Demezo has been in this house since June 12, 2023. Right. Why now?
All right, let's also take another allegation. You've cleared this very one. You said that members who are representing Onitsha, before now there were 4 of them, but governor was able to do so many projects in Onitsha, even in Obaru. I don't know if the member representing Obaru, is he also from Abga?
It's PDP. One of the Obarus is PDP.
PDP.
Yes.
So even the Okpoko, the governor,
that of Okpoko is PDP member, and the governor has done a lot for Okpoko people.
Okay. Now he said that his constituency, Ayamelum, is neglected. That the governor has not done anything, and that the governor is owing the constituency 18 billion. And he went further to say that his local government receives between 400,000 to 500,000 per month. Million. 400 to 500 million per month. That if you put it together in about 3 years, it amounts to 18 billion. That the governor must give him the money, or give somebody in the constituency the money. What's your take about such statements?
Can you imagine a lawmaker? A lawmaker saying that the governor will give him 18 billion.
Give him or someone.
Give him or someone.
Yes.
Who will retire those monies if given to him? Which mechanism will he use to retire it? Does he have the mandate to spend such money? He doesn't. Now let me tell you, this is just to tell you how empty he is. Very empty. As far as governance and the rules of the games are concerned, very empty. He was talking about that he is challenging any of us to go to him on a live coverage. I am ready, ever ready to go all out with him. Now let me tell you, in one of his videos, he said that Mr. Governor had not neglected the entire Ayamelum, that they have not had anything from this government. Fine, it may be true. I'm not from Ayamelum. In the second video, he said that the contract awarded by the governor for Ayamelum Road, that the contractor is doing patch work. I know that you people, if you watch the video, you hear him say that. Now, juxtapose these two statements. Are they not speaking from both sides of his mouth?
At one point, he's saying nothing has been
done. And the other part is saying something is being done, but it's patch. Now, which one do we believe? Do we now believe that a contract has actually been awarded and a contractor doing the road? Has he done that number one responsibility of a House of Assembly?
Oversight.
Representation.
Okay.
He is representing his people. Has he represented them well? Good enough. If somebody, a contractor, is doing a road in my constituency and I am going home and I see a shoddy job being done there, I will stop there and then call for the contractor. If he doesn't answer, I will call the commissioner in charge of that project the next minute. And if he doesn't answer, then the oversight in me will come out. I will use the instrumentality of the House of Assembly to trigger action. I had him say that we invite commissioners that they don't come. It's a lie. Even now, my committee is performing the H1 budget performance appraisal.
Okay.
Yesterday, the SSG was in my office for that appraiser. The Secretary to the State Government was in my office for that appraiser. I can never invite a commissioner in Anambra State and he fails to honor my invitation. It cannot happen. As a House member, it has
never happened, or it cannot happen.
It has never happened and it cannot happen. If he invites, or if he had invited a commissioner and he refused to appear before him, probably he has been asking the commissioner for money from behind. He has compromised. If you maintain the integrity of the house, I said my name, they know me, I'm live, you people are live. If I invite any commissioner and he doesn't appear before me, I know what to do to force his appearance. It has never happened. And even this exercise I'm telling you about that my committee is doing now will last for the next 3 weeks. And they've all been attended. Even on an ESCO day, they even take permission from the governor that they are coming to the house. And that same governor he is accusing allows them to come to the house and answer the house. During budgetary processes, we invite them on any day we want and they come. The road that is being done at Ayamelum, if it is being done patch with some standard, as my brother and my friend Honorable Demezo alleged, what is he supposed to do? Has he done that? This is the question any right-thinking person will ask, because calling your colleagues out doesn't solve the problem and will never solve it. The first thing he was supposed to have done is to call the commissioner, or rather the contractor doing that road, summon him privately in his own office, take him on inspection of that road. Why is this like this? Why is this like this? Such a thing is what we expect of him to post on Facebook, so that his people will know that he is actually representing them very well, not creating content and amassing followers.
Now, I think you've been able to say that commissioners do answer. And now the question is, who killed Justice Azoka? He said at one point that he knows who killed Justice Azoka. At the other point, he comes out in another video saying that he's not saying that the governor killed him anyway. He's not saying that the governor killed him, but he is saying that he was with Justice Azoka before Justice Azoka left that very day. That at that Christmas, that a house member took 1 unit of 50 kg bag of rice, and that was what brought Azoka to Oka on his way back.
He said 25 kg. 25
kg, okay, possibly 25 kg. Now the question is, you pointed out here that he also posted on your platform, and WhatsApp platform,
and later deleted
that he knows who killed Justice Azoka. Now the question is, as members of the House of Assembly, where he made such post, have you people been able to hold him to that statement to let us know, or possibly bring in police to ensure that he answers to the question of knowing who killed Justice Azoka?
You see, this is a weighty criminal allegation, very weighty, because murder is not it's a felony. Murder is a felony that is punishable by death. So if Honorable Udemezo said, he kept contradicting himself. That's why I said that he is acting as if he is under influence of something. He kept contradicting himself in so many ways. Number one, at a point he said that he knows who killed Azoka. The second one, he said that it is the people that were arrested and ran away killed Azoka. The third one, he said that Azoka was lured to Oka to collect 25 kg of rice, and that the money that he didn't inform him that he was coming. If he had informed him, he would have told that he was coming to collect 25 kg. Good. Listen, the 25 kg rice that we were called to collect was rice bought by the House of Assembly, the Speaker, for members as our take-home Christmas package.
Not the one given to members by the governor?
Not by the governor, one, not for the constituency, two. Is my personal gift from my speaker, yes. So I don't know if Mr. Speaker has committed any crime whatsoever that probably before he was able to save something and buy rice for members. That is one. Then number two, he said that they planned to impeach the governor. That it was only one signature that is remaining for them to actualize that fact. So if you know the laws and the requirements for impeaching a governor, what it means is that in the present House of Assembly, we need at least 20 members to impeach the governor. because it is two-third majority. And Honorable Demezo is telling us that they've gotten 19 members. By what he said, they've gotten 19 members. And it was only Azoka remaining. And once Azoka accepted, he was murdered. The person that murdered Azoka could have murdered 19 others. That is one. The person that murdered Azoka could have murdered 19 others, him inclusive. Then number two, if they had concluded plans to impeach Mr. Governor, as he said. In fact, listening to Honorable Demezu shows that he doesn't know the rudiments of the House, the workings of the legislative arm of government. You can never impeach a governor when the governor still has the blessings and the protections of the speaker. It can never happen. It has never happened across the
You
world.
have to first and foremost
impeach the speaker.
Remove the speaker
The
first.
speaker must go first before you talk about impeaching the governor. In fact, impeaching the speaker will send the desired signal to the governor that something is about to happen.
Because we saw what happened in Benue State. The speaker was plotting to get the governor, Father Hyacinth Alia, impeached. He was having secret meetings, but the House, who were in support of the governor, revolted and get him resigned by force. He resigned, immediately resigned. He was suspended by the House.
Even on a Sunday.
Even on it happened on Sunday.
And the new speaker was elected on a Sunday. Now let me tell you.
Does it mean that the governors of different states have mortgaged the State House of Assembly?
No,
or the State House of Assemblies have become rubber stamp on them?
Let me. It's like you are ambushing me. I'm coming. Allow me.
People have asked this question.
No, just be. All your questions should be coming one after the other.
No problem.
I am here to answer them.
All right.
I'm not shying away from any question.
Okay.
And I came in here. You don't see me with any piece of paper. I came in here to tell you what I have off head, and what I know that are the truth and the true position. Now, Honorable Demezwe, if he has known the workings and the rudiments of a legislative arm of government, he wouldn't be mentioning that they wanted to impeach the governor when Sontochku is still the speaker. That should be the first target. Then number two, what happened to the 19 others? So, because Honorable Azoka was kidnapped and killed, the other 19 ran away. It doesn't happen. There are still 10 other members to convince for one to join them to impeach the governor. What happened? If you see a lie, you will know a lie. Honorable Demezo is just creating content, gathering people to be following him and to build his social media page. That is the way I see it. But such a thing should not be done with an institution as revered as the State House of Assembly, the second arm of government of a state. What we do in the House, we do serious business, very serious business. If you look at the bills we have passed, if you look at the motions that we've read out from the House, you will know that this House means business.
No rubber stamp?
Rubber what? Now let me come to that. I was a member of the 7th Assembly. We worked in consonance with Governor Willie Obiano, and they called us rubber stamp. Then they accused Willie of using money to shut the mouths of all the House members. We were called rubber stamps, and that we were induced with money. Under Soludo, they are now calling out Governor that he is starving the House members and that we are still the same rubber stamp. Bikono, which one do we now accept? When it is assumed that we were being given money, we were rubber stamps. Even now that we are being starved, we are still rubber stamps. What do they want?
They want a situation where the House fight the executive.
If the House had in the past fought the executive and the people paid dearly for it, development was stalled for years because of the fighting between the legislature and the executive. And the Anambra people swore that it would never happen again. So why do they want it to start now? So that the people's resources will be used to buy House members. Yes, that's what next that will come if we begin this fight they want us. During my budget defense and presentation, we always go live on all our social media handles. We go live. People watch how we drill the commissioners and the MDAs coming to defend their budget. We always go live. If we do any serious business in the house, we go live. We don't have anything to hide.
All right. Okay. Having said that, I'm going to take a moment. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to ask 2 more or 3 more questions and open the phone lines. I know many of you are watching this very program across different divide. I know many of you who are in Vietnam, in South Africa, in Italy, and also United States of America. Our brothers are following the program everywhere. We have in the studio with us Honorable Ejike Okechukwu, one known as Ogbuefi Okefi, the member representing Onitsha 2 State Constituency at the Anambra State House Assembly, and also the Chairman House Committee on Information. In fact, he's the spokesperson.
Media and publicity.
Media and publicity. Yeah. He's the spokesperson of the House. Let's take a moment. Let's go for commercial. When we come back, we continue with our question.
Radio 104.7 FM. Seriously authentic.
Quality bread. Wendy's bread. For your family breakfast. Wendy's bread. How about it and they toast yellow? Wendy's bread. Mama, papa, they like Wendy's bread. Not chicken and do. Wendy's bread. Even children, they like Wendy's bread. Wendy's bread. Wendy's bread. You get it better, tasty, we go sweet your belly. Wendy's bread. Wendy's your bachichoma. Wendy's bread, the champion.
Wendy's bread, your tasty bread. You can contact us on our official address, 2nd Business Park, Enugu Road, GRA, beside Onitsha, Anambra State. We also have another branch at St. Michael Plaza at Tandy Road. Also contact us on 070-1149-1571. Wendy's bread, your tasty bread.
Wendy's bread.
Hooray! Football is alive again in Onitsha. One Nibonyegu, one Nimwekegu, Egwekere Football Street Championship. My guy, come rep your street. Come show the world that your street has got the best talent in town. Egwekere Football Street Championship. Egwekere Football Street Championship is a football tournament to be played among different streets of Onitsha. Winners will take home 1.5 million naira. I repeat, 1.5 million naira. So what are you still waiting for? Call this number
0806-391-5257
for your registration and further inquiries. Registration runs from 1st to 30th of August 2025. Special thanks to our headline sponsors, Winners Global Estate Limited, and our media partners, Udala Radio 104.7 FM. Egwekere Football Street Championship. Ball Obe na Doda.
Yeah, welcome back. This is Crossfire on Udala 104.7 FM. This very beautiful Saturday morning. Today being the 30th day in the month of August in the year 2025. We are here live with Honorable Ejike Okechukwu, well known as Ogbuefi Okeyi. And he is the member representing Onitsha 2 State Constituency, the Chairman House Committee on Media and Publicity, and is here to answer to some questions about the activities of the House. Remember, we still have the issue of apprenticeship bill, and so many of you are busy asking a lot of questions, but we are going to manage time. And then if I'm to take some comments, some people have posted on social media, I'm going to add it to 1 or 2 questions I'm going to ask him right now so that we can call time. And then we have Obinna Williams, Lamprasino Kata, to give every party a fair hearing. The principle of all the authoritarian party should be applied. I'm moving the motion that the House should do well to invite Honorable Bernard Udemezue to defend himself, because he seems that the Chairman House Committee on Media and Publicity is of ABGA. Meanwhile, the issue of 10 million naira is still hanging on the balance. Good morning. You also have Lawa or Lawale from Onitsha. Okay, you're talking about what is going on in River State, and then somebody Alexi or Fellow. Good morning. Please, the entire figure is not tired. As against what the honorable member said. Okay, there's so many questions. Let's get back to the business. I will leave some now. Bring on your questions. By the time we are closing, we may drop some of them before Honorable AGK Okechukwu, who is here live with us this very morning. Now, we have seen, you did say something about either whether Ayamenu was neglected or not neglected, but somebody has also posted that road, Obo family Ubenu, did it get into Ayamenu? I don't know if you are aware. And then the issue of 10 million, that House member was usually first giving 7 million every 3 months, and then afterwards it was increased to 10 million for constituency project. One question is it true? If it is true, is it appropriated, or is it just one of the gifts the executive, or maybe the executive arm gives to the House to also get their support at all time?
Okay,
let's get a thought.
Thank you very much. Number one is the Amansi Ebenebe Abo Family Road.
Did you get to Ayamelum?
Their every road the state government is doing has a place to stop.
Okay.
So the design of that contract, because I know that we appropriated fund for it.
Okay.
Had it that contract will terminate at Obo family.
Obo family.
Yes. And the day Honorable Demezo, that was one of the parties we had, that he made mention of it. And Mr. Governor told him that it is not foreclosed, that there is a bridge linking the two places, that the commissioner will go to check the cost implication. Constantly while meeting with Mr. Governor, he had always told us that if all the resources in Anambra State is taken to a particular local government to do all the roads in that local government, that it won't even be enough to do one local government.
Okay.
Honorable Demezo acknowledged that a contract has already been awarded for the road leading to Ayamelum. When he said that it is being done patch work, I will encourage him to go sieve out whosoever that is handling that road and do his work as a House member by asking the contractor to do that work according to specifications.
Okay.
Coming to the issue of 10 million naira, whether it is a yes, it is a yes, but it is not for constituency project. Go get a copy of the budget. That budget is a public document.
It's a law.
It is a law. It is public document.
So what is the budget?
It is constituency empowerment. This money is being used by the House members to support the youths of the constituency that had acquired one skill or the other, to set them up, to pay the school fees of some of them that are having challenges of paying school fees. So this, because what can 10 million naira do in this present
in 3
economy?
months, but it's in 3 months, not in a year.
What can it do in this present economy?
Do members use that money the way it's appropriated? Because he's accusing that some members don't use it.
That money must be retired promptly.
But if it's not retired, what happens?
No, it cannot be.
If it's not used for the purpose.
If it is not retired.
Is it accounted for?
It is. That's what I'm telling you. What is retirement? It is still a public document. It is constantly retired.
So does it mean he has not used his own for the benefit of his constituents? But I'm asking the issue of accountability. Because he said that so many don't use that.
He can't. He is talking about himself, and the plan or the practice of the House is that when you receive such money and you don't retire this tranche, you will not get the next tranche.
Okay, you not get the next tranche.
That is it.
Okay, that is the practice. So if you don't use it the way it is expected of you,
and they retire it to the satisfaction of the.
Would you bring evidence on how you use it?
I said it is a public document. Okay. Like mine, I retire mine constantly. Even if you go to, I had posted before now my first my achievement 1 year in office, 2 years in office, the people that I paid their school fees, the people that it is all there, it is in public domain. So if he has not done anything for Ayamelum people, it's late for him.
So it could be that he couldn't get the next one.
I don't know. If he had not retired the one given to him, he may not get the next one. That's the standard. That's the practice.
Okay, having noticed,
and it may also interest you to know that this constituency empowerment fund that Anambra State House of Assembly receives the least.
Oh, it's something general in across the 30 states, not just Anambra State House of Assembly.
I said ours is the least across the 30 states. The least. And listen, let me make everything open. My salary, what I earn as a State House of Assembly member is 475,000 naira.
475.
And this is the only money that I am not expected to retire.
Is it just basic salary, or you are putting allowances? Because we are told that allowance is where the money is, not the basic salary.
I am telling you, the salary and all the allowances accruable to it is 475,000.
Both allowance and salary, 475.
475,000 naira.
But I was listening to Governor Umo.
Excuse me. And this money, once it is given to me, I will go home. That the salary of my PAs are captured there. In that 475,000,
you don't have personal assistant the government pays for?
I don't have any for now.
But he says that other states do have that.
No,
why is Anambra State not providing for?
Wait. You I think you are running on a very high speed.
Because of time.
I am here to answer.
We don't have time. We have limited time.
If the time is limited, I can come back on another day. No problem. But let's at least make our people know.
Okay.
What I am saying. Right. If I should give you my pay slip now, you will see all the things accruable to me, totaling all the allowances, totaling 475,000, which I go home with every month. And this money I can close my eyes and spend it. Nobody questions me on how I spend that money.
Okay.
Then there is this overhead that has tags. The overhead has tags. 1 naira to be spent on fuel, 2 naira to be spent on. They are all tagged.
So what is the total overhead?
And you must retire it.
What is the total overhead?
I think it's 2.7 million. Yes.
It must be retired.
Must be retired.
So what that means that the overhead, you must also bring evidence.
Evidence of the usage.
Yes. If
Yes.
you buy fuel, you bring
the receipt.
Oh,
definitely yes.
If you buy fuel, you bring receipt.
You bring the receipt. The documents are there.
All right.
So now I don't even know the hula baru.
Now let me ask. We saw this Honorable Demeza. I have seen pictures where he was with the governor, where he was praising governor at one point. He was saying that the governors. I saw where he posted solution is here. So for him to have posted solution is here, what that means could be that he was supporting the governor. What must have happened? Now he turned against the governor, saying that he felt he hasn't done anything for his people, that this, that, and then the Omo incident where there was New Yam Festival, and then even I was seeing somebody, that man Uche you mentioned, who said that
Uche
Okafor.
He even posted the conversation he had with him.
Yes, he said that they arranged this thing together, but he has deviated. That he never asked him to insult people the way he's insulting people. That he was the one that gave him the idea to go this way, but he deviated by insulting.
He gave him 2 ideas. He chose the latter.
No, he said that he gave him the ideas to go live and build his page, and in a way that it will attract public sympathy. But he went to insult Igwe Omase, Igwe Apete. If I can get that correct, Igwe Apete. Why would he insult his own Igwe? That did he ask him to insult his Igwe? Why doing that? But in all of this, because I said let's leave the messenger. Maybe he may not have acted well, but we are concerned about some of the revelations he has made. Now, why did the House suspend him?
Good. Now, there are a whole lot of reasons for the suspension of Honorable Bernard.
Okay.
Number one is that during the ESCO session of I think last 2 Tuesdays.
Okay.
Members reported to Mr. Speaker that Isienyi threatened them.
Threatened them?
Yes, he did. Even on live, he said that we cannot suspend him.
Those accusations the House made against him, are those accusations true? Because I wanted to also.
I'm coming.
You
are running speed.
All right.
I said that members said that Isienyi threatened them. He did.
On phone or on text?
Even on text. If he even said it on one of his lives, that we think that we can suspend it, if he come that he will hit all of us and do this and do that.
Deal with you people.
Deal with us.
That's what he said.
So now, Also, now be on your core, your but no with the That's the exact word he used. So now, that act is unparliamentary. And you see, good morning is always senior brother to how are you. If you look at the way the entire thing unfolded, Isienyi already had lots of baggages already covered in the house because we don't wash our dirty linens in the public. There is a case of a letter written to the House of Assembly by the UNIZIC Security Management that Isienyi fought with one of them to the extent that they deflated all his tires and he ran away. And Mr. Speaker intervened. There was this allegation again that he took a young lady out. This I don't like doing this way because this is his
but
private life.
I ask you a question. You guys,
this I don't like going into people's private life. On going back, I don't know what transpired between him and the girl. He brought the girl down from the car around 11 p.m., beat her mercilessly, knocked her inside the drainage, and left her at her mercy there. Mr. Speaker, the majority leader, the minority leader, they all intervened. They even paid the hospital bills for the said lady, and they still covered it up. And a whole lots of others. A whole lot.
Why didn't the House suspend him when he was doing those unparliamentary
You
things?
don't so ndị Igbo si na-adị eti nwatakịrị ife mbosi ọkwafuru mmanụ no mbosi ọkwafuru oguru akwụ.
So people are saying that for now he has come out against you people thought it wise to suspend him.
Come out against us how?
You said he threatened some of you.
It is part of it still. It is still part of it. But threatening me doesn't tantamount to beating me up. Is he not suspended? Did he still beat us? But there are level of unparliamentary actions. For you to be called honorable, do you know what it means? That you deserve to be honored. That you deserve honor. For you to see an honorable member fighting in public during the New Yam Festival.
Let's take some calls. I think I have forgotten we have to take some calls. We're gonna take so many calls at once. Please make your calls as snappy as possible. Remember, we have to leave here once it's 11. We have about 20 minutes to go. Let's see how we can manage the remaining 20 minutes. You have these lines to call in. You have 0803 221 6973 or 0803 8276694. Make it snappy. Just make it snappy. Anyhow, you can do it. I know many of you are already waiting. Good morning. You're welcome.
Good morning,
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome, Maruke Shuka.
The honorable in the house. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Good morning, Choka.
Well, you're very well designed mannered particular person that is in the studio. Because the way you are answering the question, maybe that is the reason why they send you to come and do this. But to me, if there is something that we are specifically asking, you have not even given us the answer.
Which one, please?
What was the anger of this particular honorable? Because you cannot tell me that nothing provoked him. Something really provoked him. So what is that thing? Because what I am thinking...
Because of time, make it short. Make it because of time.
I'm running out. I don't know. So what I'm thinking or saying is that the depriving him of some things that he's supposed to get. Don't you think that can allow that? Because I believe if he really is
all right, we are trying to get to, because of time, I said you have to make it snappy. You are saying what actually provoked him, that he hasn't answered that there is something you believe must have provoked him. We are going to take many questions. He will take time to answer some of these questions together. Because of time, we have less than 20 minutes to leave. Good morning, you're welcome.
Yeah, good morning.
You're welcome.
I'm Emmanuel calling from morning.
Emmanuel, quickly, because of time.
Thank you very much. I want to ask you one question and say the other thing.
All right, please go on.
Olisa Mbeki asked you, honorable, why is it that this man laid all this allegation on the part of government and legislation of Anambra State without inviting him to prove it? Somebody saying that he knows who killed on the Brazoka, and nothing was done on it. And again, I'm from Anambra State, particularly. In Ariam, the local government, nothing.
All right.
Has been done here.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. All right, we got that. We got that. He has taken note of that. He will reply you by the time we open the line for him. Good morning. You're welcome. It's good to have you. Hello. Good morning. You are on.
Hello, good morning to Honorable Speaker.
Yeah, welcome. It's good to have you.
Thank you so much. The guest at the studio, good morning to
Good
you.
morning, good morning.
Honorable Deacon, I'm bringing you from Onitsha.
Quickly, because of time.
Let me just go straight to the point. You know, we are looking at accountability.
Your question, please.
And we are looking, that's what I'm just asking.
All right.
This allegation is so weighty here. Are you getting it? About something I guess swept under the carpet. You are talking about one of your colleagues that was gruesomely murdered. And you know, you are telling us, and then we'll get an evidence to that. Somebody have come out and you see no delete in your WhatsApp. Those things can be recorded through the MTN or whichever network provider you may use. So let's
DK, hope you understand the context. He said he knows who killed him. So the question is.
He sent it to the guest at the studio.
All right.
The guest said that he never deleted it.
Okay.
Are you getting it?
So what do you want them to do?
What I'm trying to say is that we are talking about the death of a colleague here. Okay? And it should be something that the police have to, the DSS have to weigh in.
All right.
That is just the point I'm driving at. It's not something.
All right, thank you so much. We got a point. We got a point. He says that the DSS and police needs to get in. Good morning. You're welcome. It's good to have you.
Honorable Comrade Owuchenna, I'm calling from Onitsha. Can I go on?
You're welcome. Please go on. Honorable Comrade Owuchenna.
Thank you very much. Right of fair hearing. I support the motion moved by Obina Lamprazina. Let that young man be brought here so that we'll hear his own side of the story. Good morning.
All right, thank you so much. But we have the fear if he can also respect the dignity of this. Good morning. You're welcome.
Hello.
You're welcome. Please go on. You're on, please.
My name is Emeko and I want to speak. Thank the honorable member there.
Thank you.
Answering our questions. I supported the House suspending their colleague. But I want them again to move a motion directing the police and the DSS to wait into to make more investigations, to investigate more. Therefore, invite the police supposed to invite them as well to come and tell them who killed Honorable Azoka. Since you know the person that killed him.
Okay. All right.
He has indicted himself because he knows he killed somebody and he kept it. Concealing information is a crime in Nigerian constitution.
All right. Thank you.
The police should invite.
All right, we got that. You are saying that concealing information is a great crime. That since you know who killed him since last year, why did he conceal it till this moment? That is also a crime on its own. That he has to answer for that very crime. But remember how the young man put it. He was saying that those who were the suspect escaped.
No. Okay. That was afterthought.
Okay.
That was afterthought.
The first he said was.
Wait. Let me come. There are you see the 4 persons called. The 3 were asking the same question. The position of the House as against the weighty allegation, very weighty, concerning that statement made by Honorable Udemezu that he knows who killed Azoka. And if they are privileged to have the recommendations of the committee of the House and the resolution upon which Udemezu was suspended, that resolution directed the director DSS and the commissioner of police to invite Honorable Udemezu and probe more and investigate more, since he claimed to know the people that killed Azoka, that they should invite him and probe him more, investigate more, and get more information from him as regarding the death of one of our colleagues.
Okay, so it's part of the resolution.
It's part of the resolution.
Okay.
Mr. Clark should have written to the DSS officially and to the Commissioner of Police by now. Okay. I'm sure of that one.
Right.
Then somebody was asking what provoked Udemezu. Honestly, I don't know. I'm not in his mind. But I know that at the beginning of this program, I said that somebody posted something. That same person that said that that's okay for somebody. He posted something. In fact, if you see what he posted, the latest post he made yesterday, because that same man is also he couldn't come out to attack Udemezu until Udemezu attacked Igwamase.
That was when he came out
to attack Udemezu, and they started showing us their private discussions,
private conversations,
where Udemezu sent a voice message from a supposed WhatsApp group, probably accusing him of one thing or non-performance. So now they were discussing. Udemezu wanted him to add him into that group, which he said that he is not even a member of the group. And now, if you want to get back to the people, you either take this method or the other method. Either you align with the governor and lobby and plead so that IMLM will be developed, or you come out and attack the governor. And he chose the latter.
Oh, so
it is in that statement.
Is that very statement? He was given two options.
He was given two options:
attack the governor or
lobby, as your other members are doing.
Lobbying. He chose to attack.
He even advised him that of attack will give him more prominence and elicit sympathy from the people.
I got that. Okay, let's go back to the phone lines. Good morning. You're welcome. It's good to have you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
You're welcome.
Honorable Monday Johnson. My regards to the honorable member of the House.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you.
Thank you. I want to ask a very simple question, and I will be very succinct. If I discover that the government is not doing something in my constituency, and I have somebody who is representing me there, and I want to hold the government of that state accountable, of my state accountable, how should I go about it?
Thank you.
Okay.
All right, we come back to that. He has to write it down. He has written that. Good morning, you're welcome. It's good to have you.
Hello, good morning, my other speaker.
You're welcome. Quickly.
Yeah, my name is George. My question for our guest today that can you people ever accept that you are not understand? Even the House of Senators, remember come there.
I can't get the question. Can you people accept that what happens?
Can they ever accept that they are not the rubber stamp? Because someone said that the way the ESCOM and pass that bill during the time of the local government election, have they ever used that kind of paper to pass that bill in that house?
All right, thank you so much. We got that. You passed the local government bill, that the bill that mandates the election and other things so quickly that have you passed any other bill in such a way? So he's curious to ask you, why can't you people accept that you people are rubber stamp? Good morning, you're welcome. It's good to have you.
This is Akamero.
Akamero, you're welcome.
I'm calling from Vegas.
You're welcome, my brother.
Welcome, my brother.
Honorable member.
Akamero, no.
Okay, now I want to ask you a question.
Please go ahead.
Based on what is happening in Anambra State, I want to ask you, are you telling me that you guys are not rubber stamp? That's the question I want to ask. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. I am asking the same question the other person asked, the issue of rubber stamp. Good morning, you're welcome. It's good to have you.
Yeah, very good morning, Dr. Antonio Sambe.
You're welcome.
Chidi Chukuma joining you from Bo this morning.
You're welcome, Chidi Chukuma from Bo.
Yeah, my regard to our guest.
Chidi Chukuma, you're welcome.
Thank you very much. This thing is allegation or counter allegation about the honorable member, Bemezu. If you sweep this thing under the carpet, this thing will continue to haunt you people. Because he had made a very, very weighty allegation. Was it yesterday or Friday? We had him through phone call in a particular platform. And the journalist was able to ask him very critical questions regarding his attitude toward the House and the governor, the allegations and the counter allegations. He was unable to address any of them. We have seen his zeal over seriousness, the lawlessness,
right,
the radicality in him. I think that young man is a very young man. And we have seen this youthful exuberance. And this thing can never help.
All right, thank you. All right.
So don't push this thing under the carpet. It needs to be investigated.
All right, thank you so much. We have to let you go because of time. Hello? You are saying he needs to be investigated too. Good morning, you're welcome. It's good to have you.
My name is Ocha, calling from Auchi.
You are calling from Auchi?
The amount paying these people every month, it is true. Why people are rushing through, enter to that seat, 450,000 naira every month, 2,700,000. All those things need to calculate it. Why the type of car they are riding, and the other things they are achieving, where did they get that money? Thank you.
All right, from Auchi, and you are saying that why do people then rush to go into the State House of Assembly if it is just 475 and 2 point something? Oh, good morning, you're welcome.
A wonderful morning to you, Honorable Speaker.
Yeah, welcome, my brother.
A wonderful morning to the guests in the studio.
Thank you. Good morning.
Honorable Austin, wishing you from Nobi.
Yeah, welcome, Honorable Austin from Nobi.
Yeah, my Honorable Speaker, I want to ask the guest if he felt that whatever the position of ECNE is bad, why don't he constitute an investigative panel to investigate all his allegations? And secondly, he alleges that for now, that he has not been given his entitlement, which is the vehicle in which he is supposed to be given to. Even if he has the litigation in the court, it's within his right to get what because he has been accepted by the
I think he has vehicle now. He has vehicle now because of time. He has vehicle now. That was before time. All right, let's allow him to answer some of these questions.
Because there are many of them already. First of all, somebody asked, how do you complain to government if you feel that your constituency is not taken care of? One, you have a representative through which you can make a complaint. Two, you have a councillor through which you can make same complaint. If you complain through the legislative or the representative, what he does is to take your complaint, investigate, either come to the house in form of a motion on a bill to drive the message down to the governor and still lobby to get it achieved. We all lobby to get whatever thing we have in our various constituencies achieved. We lobby to achieve that. Then number two, the person said that we are rubber stamp. And I asked a simple question. What do they want us to do to prove that we are not rubber stamp? To be at daggers drawn with the executive arm of government. The state will still pay their rate for it. Look at what is happening in Rivers State today. The people are the one that are suffering it, not the House of Assembly, nor the governor. The people are the ones suffering it. We had suffered it in Anambra here in the past when His Excellency Mr. Peter was impeached. We know what happened. The half of state resources was used to service various structures to maintain peace in the state. Don't we like this peace we have in our state? We do our oversight regularly. We open the books. We monitor the spendings. You don't expect us to start shouting when we have not seen any irregularities. We've not seen any irregularities. So is it when I said it during Willie Obiano, they said we were being shot up with money, that we were rubber stamp. Now we are being starved of money, we are rubber stamp. Which one do we now follow? Willie Obiano gave us all the monies of Anambra State. We were still rubber stamp. Soludo is giving us no money. We are still rubber stamp. Which way then? I don't even know the definition of this rubber stamp. Is it chaos? Is it problems?
You know, the truth is, has there been anything the executive brings and the House turns it down and says it is not in the good interest of the state?
Has there been any law passed by the House that is not in good interest of the state? That should be the question.
All right, let's go to the other question because of time.
Then, are you telling me that we are not rubber stamps? Yes, we are not rubber stamp. Why rushing into the house when many people coming into the house? I can tell you that the first time I contested for election, I was thinking that there is something known as sitting allowance. I didn't know that there were nothing like that until I got in. During this election, our last election, Soludo kept hammering that this place you are coming into is not a profit-making venture. He kept hammering at it. Nobody is hiding nothing. But now, it has not even been hidden. I have always said it in different fora. This is what I go home with. I don't hide it.
All right, then, we have a question here. Once you're done with that one, there's a question I have here too.
Then somebody said that we should institute an investigative panel. We don't have the powers. We don't have the powers. We have directed people that has the powers to do that. We've written the DSS and the police to do that. I said here before that House plays three major roles: representation, lawmaking, and oversight. Anything outside these three is not within our powers.
All right, there's this very question. The member is not saying the fact. I think he's a professor And then he's testing from the Chukwemeko Odumegu Ojukwu University. The entire allowances are above that, saying that your entire allowances are above what you talked about.
Let him prove it, please.
The funds can be retired perfectly, but without actually being spent. Why do they struggle to be there if they do not benefit a lot there? Ask him more scientific and critical questions, which I wish I'm there. That's what he said.
Let him send one of the scientific questions for you to ask me, because you've asked the ones you know. Let the professor send one of the scientific questions. He is saying that the allowances are much more than this.
But if you say that these are public documents,
they are in the eyes of the public.
They are receipt to that.
They are receipted. When I say receipted, as in the real sense of it.
We are complete out of time. Let's quickly have your final word, because we must also have to have a departing statement to our listeners. You've seen there are many questions coming in. People are buzzing the phone lines. They want to ask more. If we do this program 3 hours, they will continue to ask questions. I've told you this many times in the private that it is not even surprising that Udala FM has taken over the airwave in Anambra State. I told you that. Didn't I tell you that?
That is an advert.
It's not an advert. Let's get your final statement.
Let me just say that I want to still reassure my people, the people of Anambra State, that this present house is for the people. This present house is for the people. The way we enacted the local government law is still the same way we enacted the law establishing Udogachi when insecurity became paramount. The same way we enacted law on environment. The same way the blockbuster law on Ewa Boy was just released about 3 days ago. This house is people-oriented house under the leadership of our able and meticulous speaker, the Right Honorable Somto Chukwu Udeze. He has achieved one major thing: maintaining stability between all the arms of government. Right. We have 3 arms of government: the legislature, the executive, and the judiciary. In all these, nobody talks about judiciary. In all this, nobody talks about judiciary. And for emphasis, in all this, nobody talks about judiciary. But the most important thing is that in this state, we do everything within our powers to maintain that stability, because it is the primary thing that will make our constituents benefit and get their dividends of democracy. These roads that are being done by Mr. Governor and the other projects that are being done by Mr. Governor could only be done in a peaceful atmosphere. If we have been fighting with the executives all this time, all this while, I don't think that any meaningful development will be going on in Anambra State.
All right, thank you so much, Honorable Ejike Okechukwu Ogbuefi Okefi, Chairman House Committee on Media and Publicity, member representing Aniocha 2 State Constituency. Thank you so much for your time. It's not easy to also drive from Orca down here. I know by the time you go back, you must show receipt of the fuel you bought to come from Orca for this program, and also by the time you return, you will show the house the receipt, because it's part of the overhead.
That is the essence.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much everywhere you listen to us from. For those who followed us on social media handle, those who watch the program on YouTube and Facebook, we appreciate all of you. We must bring him back, because there is second leg, which is the apprenticeship bill. We were not able to deal with it because of time constraints. So we're gonna maybe some other time, in 2 weeks time or 3 weeks time, we are going to bring him back here. He's gonna give us quite a lot and also update on what is going on